Hello children, welcome back. Let's continue lesson number 10 of your grammar. The name of the lesson is the pronoun. So let's discuss 6 kind of pronoun, that is interrogative pronoun. So children, interrogative pronouns are the words that substitutes noun for nouns and ask questions. So, interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions about the nouns for which they stand for. First example, who has broken my chair? So, children, we have 5 pronouns under this category: what, which, who, whom, whose. So, let's discuss. Who is used to know about the subject? It is, they ask question here. These interrogative pronouns, they are used to ask questions, and these are asked to know about the subject. Now children, whom is used, it refers to about the object of the subject. Whom do you want to see? It refers to, it asks questions about the object. And then is whose. Now whose is used to refer to whom something belongs to. It refers to ask question to whom something belongs to. Whose is this laptop? Then is which. Now children, which is used to ask someone to be exact about one or more people or things from a limited number. Which is your bag, Shashank. Now there it's asking question about the thing which are in a limited number. Which is your bag here, right? And then we have what. What is usually, it referred to, it is used to refer inanimate objects and actions. What brings you here, Rekha? So these are the words which substitutes for nouns, and they ask questions. So children, one thing you have to remember, that which and what are interrogative pronouns, and they are also interrogative adjectives. When they are used with nouns, like book is noun here, books is noun here. So when it is used with nouns, they work as a interrogative adjective. Which book are you reading? What books have you read? Now these which and what are used with noun, so they are called interrogative adjectives. Now the next kind is distributive pronoun. So children, distributive pronouns, they tell when there is more than one thing involved, and the pronouns we are using is taking those things as taking each of those things as separate parts or separate items. So each, either and neither are called distributive pronouns because they refer to persons or things taken one at a time, and hence they are always singular. Children, they refer to persons or things one at a time, and they are always, they always take singular verb and are singular. Either and neither are only used for two things when more than two objects, and other words you can use are any, none or no one. If there are more than two objects, then you can use any, none or no one. But when either and neither, they are used only for two things. Okay, let's take example. Each refers to every one of a number of person or things separately. Now each of you gets a medal. Now this each refers to one of the number of persons taken separately. Okay, then either means the one or the other out of the two. Either of you may go to the showroom, means out of two. I told you that either and neither are only used for two things. If there are more than two things or objects, then you can use other words like any, none or no one, right? So either of you means out of two you may go to the showroom. Neither means not the one nor the other of the two, means out of two, none, not one of the two. Neither of you came in time, means out of two, neither of two they came in time. So these are called distributive pronouns because they are used when there is more than one thing involved, and the pronouns we are using is taking each of those things as separate parts or separate items. Then another kind of pronoun is reciprocal pronoun. Children, it is used to express a mutual action or relationship. Like if I'll talk that A is talking to B and B is talking to A. So there are two reciprocals that they are talking to each other, right? Each other and one another are called reciprocals. So there are two reciprocals, each other and one another, because they express a mutual or reciprocal relationship. They are used to express a mutual action or relationship. So we use reciprocal pronouns when each of the two or more subjects is acting in the same way towards the other. We can use these pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, when each of the two or more subjects is acting in the same way. Like I have told that A is talking to B and B is talking. Both are talking. The action, they are acting in the same way towards each other. So the thing that you have to remember about reciprocal pronouns is, children, that when do we use these reciprocal pronouns? These are used when two or more people, things or groups must be involved, and the other thing that they must be doing the same thing. Okay. Let's move to the last kind of pronoun, that is relative pronoun. Children, they do the work of joiners, you can say. So these relative pronouns, they are used to refer to nouns mentioned previously. They are used to refer to nouns mentioned previously, whether they are people, places, things, animals or ideas, right? So children, the most common relative pronouns are which. So the most common relative pronouns are, children, which, that, whose, who and whom. So these are used to connect a clause or a phrase to a noun or pronoun. So this relative pronoun, it relates to the noun it is describing. So let's read this definition. A relative pronoun refers or relates to some noun going before, as I have already told you that is mentioned previously, which is called its antecedent, right? Here the woman whose husband died yesterday. Now this whose is used instead of the noun woman, so they work as relative. This whose work as relative pronoun. And in the second example, this is a farmhouse which I am going to sell. Again, which is used instead of farmhouse. So it works as a relative pronoun. So children, in the first sentence, this woman, it's the antecedent of whose. It's the antecedent of whose. So children, antecedent is it's the noun which a pronoun stands for is called its antecedent. So here whose, the noun woman is the antecedent of whose, right? And farmhouse is the antecedent of which. So relative pronouns, they do the work of the joiners, you can say. It is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously, whether they are people, places, things, animals or ideas. Thank you children.